Hello, hello. Welcome back for more Punishing Grey Raven. Put that there. And yeah, today we're gonna be continuing on with the story. Hopefully I can get through it today. That way I can then just upload the 2 parts onto YouTube and have them there as well. Upload the VODs from the previous part and part 2. That way if anyone wants to, they'll be able to see both of them back to back. But yeah, alright, let's get to it. Okay, just the initial daily login stuff. And it is also, oh that's right, the start of a new week, so free serums, free weekly enhancer pack. Okay, gonna go through these initial steps that I always do real quick, and be fine. Interact, back, interdorm. A lot of indicators there I need to go through, I just haven't. Okay. Collect these dailies for now. And we'll just go into here. This is not to see me do... This stream isn't to see me go through my daily rotations and stuff. This is for this. The Arc Beyond extended story. Disco Panini. Not gonna lie, that name is kind of interesting, but we'll go with here. The Arc Beyond. So let's see, where we left off, we learned that MPA-01 was Haikma, and the last order slash request from her creators was to find Nanami. And she came across a library bot that was collecting stuff for Nanami, hoping that Nanami would return. Library bot, seemingly unaware that all of his friends had become corrupted. Now we continue. ER01-7 Solo Journey. Machines on Earth were things abandoned by humans. They've been searching for the meaning of their existence ever since. System maintenance in progress. Neurologic circuit operational. Memory drive status normal. Emotion simulator status offline. Environment monitor status normal. Verifying memory data. MPA-01. Please pull the observation report on subject MPL-00. Understood. Opening records on the machine consciousness experiment. Opening behavior account of subject Nanami. Her character is constantly reshaping. Her personality data is normal. Currently, her thought process and behavioral logic are akin to a human's. Out of the 12 humanoid subjects, only Nanami has shown this trait. That's right. She's special. Switch to personality 134 in order to have a more effective conversation and record changes in her emotions. But she questioned my behavior, believing I was not talking to her as myself. As yourself? Without activating my personality module, the administrative AI sounds hesitant. I have performed self-tests on all my modules, but I have not detected any anomalies. This happenstance did not occur in my conversation with other subjects. It seems that only she can notice the difference. In that case, do as she said. Talk to her as yourself. Understood. You called her name instead of her code, didn't you? You never did that with other subjects. ... Relax. I wasn't accusing you of anything. I just hope you won't forget what you're feeling now. Understood. As requested, I will record everything I see. Unknown person. This technology can simulate human growth at the highest level. A large cylindrical capsule opens. The gray-haired girl's eyes are closed as she lies still in translucent fluid. Laid down next to her is an identical humanoid body. A cable connects the two of them, and shimmering blue lights go back and forth along the cable. Behind a thick glass wall, several humans in suits are observing the process. A human in a white lab coat stands in the front, vivaciously describing his ideas. Unlike machines, our organic bodies never stop changing. Humans consume food to gain nutrients, which are transformed into muscles and bones. The temporary supplements for them are, in turn, excreted as waste every single day. Humans are vortexes in the river of life. The information we carry is always refreshing and renewing. How is our information created, cataloged, stored, and updated? Are these systems applicable to machines? If feelings are not simply byproducts of neural activities, then perhaps emotions are something mechanical lives can look forward to one day. We don't care about that. Even if machines possess these emotions you mentioned, we can't treat them as being alive. Machines are tools at the end of the day, aren't they? Can you guarantee that this phenomenon is under control? Once machines possess free will, don't forget that the machine consciousness experiment was launched to negate that risk. We are preparing for the future. If the essence of the universe is information, then the codes in computer programs can also be considered a form of life. Isn't that one of the reasons why the Science Council named their super AI Gestalt? If we only try to control instead of understanding them, humankind will certainly be destroyed by their own hubris. Replacement complete. The new frame will reach its growth limit in approximately 2 years. Reminder, a scheduled meeting is starting in 10 minutes. Attendants are recommended to arrive on time. A gentle but cold female voice speaks, easing the tension in the air. If you would follow me, please. I'll be reporting the detailed progress of the project. These naive mad scientists and their machines. The leading figure whispers one last line before following the female researcher and walking away. Only one man remains in the spacious laboratory. He walks towards the capsule, stroking the thick glass shell. The waking girl looks at her surroundings curiously, her hand placed on the transparent cover. She's not a tool. She's my child, and she's... Aikma opens her eyes. Ever since she received her new body, she has been periodically falling asleep. Once a vast administrative AI, she is just a mechanoid now, wandering on Earth with no researchers maintaining her or powerful processors to help organize her thoughts. Therefore, she has chosen to shut down most of her frame's functions at certain times, sleeping in a safe place and performing maintenance. She would scan her old memories during so, repairing memory data that she finds important and organizing the fragmented pieces, almost as if she is dreaming. Confirming that her parts are running as intended, Aikma stands up and stretches her stiff body. A long time seems to have passed and she fell asleep, and her surroundings have changed. Leaves fall from her body as she sweeps away the dry leaves around her, she remembers falling asleep by the latest graffiti found. Sage's murals have also been changing. They are no longer simply colorful expressions of her feelings and depictions of the new friends she made, but also information about humans and observations on nature. Aikma is basically certain that the girl she has been searching for is the person who left these murals behind. She has traveled a long way following the graffiti. She has seen seasons change, sunrises and moonsets, morning dew forming then evaporating, snow covering fallen leaves, and seeds sprouting as it melts, paving a green trail. Guided by the murals, Aikma feels everything in her journey. Her behavior gradually grows more spontaneous, such as insisting on stopping somewhere high on nights with clear sky and plentiful stars. She no longer searches for books Nanami might be interested in for location data only. She does it to understand further the humans Nanami is interested in, and she would stay at all kinds of human heritage sites. Right now, Aikma is standing in an abandoned library. She was reading the book stored here before she went to sleep. Is that why you're so interested in human culture? The ideas and cultures humankind has left behind are so different, so vast, and so ever-changing. The diverse way humankind could perceive the world were why their ideals create The diverse ways humankind could perceive the world were why their ideas created so many sparks, generating even more possibilities. Those complex and glistening possibilities created a beautiful vision of the future. The storm-weathered ruins tell of the glorious age humans were in as they headed closer towards that bright future every day. Row 3, column 78, starting here. The fatal flaw of machines, the flaw that saves humanity from being ruled by them, is that they cannot predict the ever-shifting possibility of the human world. ... Slowly walking along the shelves, Aikma searches for books that are legible and less damaged. That is when she notices a familiar name. She steps forward, taking a book from an unassuming shelf. On the title page is a name that belongs to a famous machine consciousness researcher from the Golden Age. The author's picture on the foldout is blurry beyond recognition, save for a gentle smile and blonde hair. Aikma knows that smile. He flips open the book. Can humanity consider machines their children, despite all the theories that deem machines anti-human and destructive? We cannot deny the importance they have bestowed. Just like how our children are our legacy, the machines we built are also the extensions of us. They are nonetheless approaching life from a different angle. We should think about how we can establish more meaningful relationships with them. After all, as our children, they are our pride. She's not a tool. She's my child and she's my pride. Aikma does not know how to define the feelings she has right now. She has so many questions, even when she knows the objective definition of every emotion. She still cannot truly understand all that it is to be human. But an intense curiosity surges in her mind. She desperately wants to ask her creator something, but she fails to compose the right question. Most of the machines she has met on her journey are simply repeating the commands they received from humans, mimicking human behaviors. Humanity first crawled in the wild before they walked and learned to run. Created by humans, machines are following humanity's footsteps, but they are sprinting. They are evolving so much faster than their creators. And when disaster struck, humans began to fear their creations and abandoned them, now hiding among the stars. The machines left behind began to search for their purposes. That was when they encountered a special guide. She was kind and patient, teaching them things they never knew. Because the machines have always believed that Sage Machina will show them the way. What is the future the creators of machines are expecting? Aikma holds the book close, slowly shutting her eyes. She has never felt so unsure and lost. The writers for Punishing Grey Raven are so good. Such good writing. Alright, ER01-8, Chariot. This one's actually going to have some combat in it. Their long journey continues as the seasons change. She does not know when it started, but the purpose of her wandering has become wandering itself. And wandering is another way to observe and record. The observer should not have possessed any feelings. Like the infinite sky and the silent land, an observer observes without getting involved. And yet, what beings live without being affected by the land and the sky? Even when the observer does not interfere, he has long been a part of the cogs and the gears. Turned and pushed by these gears, she steps into the snow-covered Arctic. For her one remaining duty, she has recorded countless wandering days and nights, until a fellow machine who is searching for guidance appears before her. I'm going to assume that it's not a friendly interaction. Nanami. This is the area identified after a comprehensive analysis of all clues. Detected. Activity ahead. A mechanoid on the move. Tactical circuit ready for activation. No. The Sage was once here. According to the calculation, finding Sage is the key to our plan. Sage must know why we are here and what we are here for. Rar. Oh. Construct. No, a mechanoid. A version I've never seen before. Are you here to receive the Sage's revelation? About the Sage. Please provide all the materials you have. No. Information about Sage is only available to the Church of Machina members. Since you are also our kin in pursuit of awakening, you can join the Church of Machina. Insufficient materials about the Church of Machina. Proposal rejected. A mechanoid that doesn't understand the Sage's will, and I don't think I have no obligation to give you further information. Let's go. Combat. Okay, that wasn't too bad. He caught up with us. Oi. Oof, I'm getting hit way too much. There we go. Reevaluating battle power, eliminating unstable factors. Oh, I managed to dodge him. Let's go. And then we do... We do that. Get frozen. Bus. Get hit with the scythe. Hikma is so cool. Exponentially powerful unit detected. Victory unattainable. Who are you? A mechanoid who's searching for Sage's trail. You know about Sage, but you do not know about the Church of Machina. If you want to join us, I can provide you with the necessary details. Not yet. I need more information before I make a decision. In that case, we can introduce you to someone who can answer your questions. Following the silent mechanoid, Hikma sets foot underneath the scorched earth. Inside an exceptionally large cavern hides a massive starship. Artificial sunlight illuminates the interior of the ship. Oi. I recognize her. Oh, who's the one at the end? Chariot bows at the mechanoid at the center of the hall before stepping aside. Welcome. The female mechanoid at the center smiles, greeting Hikma like a human. My name is Arcana. You can call me Mother. Okay. Sure, Mother. Ah, accepting and compliant. It's the sign of a great student, Zero. So, Mother, what is the Church of Machina? Why are you searching for Sage? Who made this starship? Asking questions already. Arcana uses her gentle voice to detail the stories of the machine's survival. Humans are not the only ones suffering from the punishing virus. For some machines, those who have awakened and understand fear and the concept of machines as a species, the punishing virus is a threat to the entire machine race. Not to mention the hostility from humankind out of fear of the virus. After a prolonged period of fighting and devastation from the virus, the awakened machines have gradually received revelations from Sage. Slowly, they gather together, acting in secret on Earth as the Church of Machina. We encountered an opportunity during our search for Sage. She showed me a glimpse, a fragment of the future during so. Sage Machina will return to the Church, guiding us away from this broken Earth to the end of stars. Sage Machina will obtain the key to the punishing virus and enters the door it opens. The starship you are seeing is the base we built for this very plan. We are currently searching for the design blueprint of Babylonia. Once we obtain it, we will be able to build something similar. How are you going to obtain information on Babylonia? We will seize it, of course. And the resources required to construct it, are you going to seize them as well? Don't worry, we have more than enough time, and our technology for surveying, mining, building, and recycling is far more advanced and accurate. So, what do you say? Would you like to join the Church of Machina? I require time to run a simulation. Good on Hikma. It's like I need to check stuff out. Hold on, I'm not gonna join your church just like that. Church of Machina. These enlightened machines are like newborn babies. They don't understand what creation is. They just do what humans do and follow their footsteps. A bit more coffee. Walking in a well-lit corridor, Hikma contemplates what Mother said. These awakened machines have more or less been enlightened by Sage. As how she was first guided by Nanami, she is now guiding other mechanoids. Afterward, the awakened machines received a message from an unknown entity and they proceeded to build this massive starship. They must be very certain that the message they heard is true. Why was that? Was it because of what the message said, or the identity of the entity who sent it? But one thing Hikma is sure. Sage Machina will return to the church, guiding us away from this broken earth to the end of stars. To the end of stars. How about Nanami calls you Hikma from now on? Because Nanami wants to make lots and lots of friends. Is that really what Nanami wants? To set out on a lonely journey with the awakened machines? Silent, she closes her eyes. Hikma has brushed past Nanami several times on her journey. But Hikma could never bring herself to greet Nanami when she found Nanami smiling, surrounded by friends. You're the best. Don't forget about Nanami. Nanami won't forget any one of you. As the joyous figure left with her friends, the forgotten shadow in the corner could only watch. I'll see you next time. That was enough. Her job was to observe. Even with the data anomaly in her mind, hoping that Nanami would remain happy was all she could ask. But what about now? What will happen if the Church of Machina finds her? And if they cannot, what will become of the awakened machines? Hikma, it is time to give us an answer. No, there is still much I don't understand. What exactly is the Church of Machina? Mother has answered you already. She told me how it was formed, but she never explained why it is a church. Fool. Faith begets strength. We formed a church because we wanted to gather the power of faith, obviously. Machines don't need faith. What? You are such a basic mechanoid that you don't even comprehend faith? Please provide more information. Aren't there already more than enough examples of religious sacrifice and miracles in history? But those belonged to humans. We have long surpassed humanity. We can recreate what they achieved. The hunky mechanoid before her does not understand how humankind defined faith, but it is obsessed with the special phenomenon caused by it. Created from an assembly of calculations and algorithms, are machines doomed by these rudimentary data? If you continue to question our faith in Sage Machina, mimicking anger, Chariot prepares to fight. Stop, Chariot. You will not perform such barbaric acts on our future family. She is not joined. Is that so? Why are you hesitating? Is it really Sage's choice to abandon Earth and everything she loves here, to travel to the end of the stars? I don't know. But we can ask her on the day we find her. If she doesn't agree to this, will you let her go? If that is the ending she chooses, why will her disciples defy her? This is why the mechanoids formed a church. We're doing all of this for the day Sage returns voluntarily. Even when some children are impatient, I'm sure we can't make her stay if she doesn't want to, given what Sage is capable of. So, can you decide now? Even if Haikma rejected Mother's invitation, she would only continue her wandering journey. As an observer, she must continue observing this peculiar group. More importantly, Mother has agreed not to harm Nanami. Because of these two duties that she has yet to forget, Haikma nods at Arcana. Is that a yes? I'm pleased to see that. Let's go. Allow me to give you a tour of our starship and introduce our members to you. Mother. Yes? Arcana turns around, her face colliding with Haikma's extended hand. Your halo is crooked. I have a feeling this isn't going to go over very well. Just it's a small feeling, you know? A gut feeling. With a sharp and heavy thud, the thick door opened. With a sharp and heavy thud, the thick door to the hall opens, letting a hint of light inside the dark chamber. Hurried footsteps follow. Who's here? As metal clashes with the stone floor, everything returns to silence. Well, there goes Zero. Wiped out. I heard that we couldn't even fish out the remains of that team of gear. Not even the corrupted could escape from that flood of the punishing virus. Why does he have a... You know what? I'm not gonna ask. I'm pretty sure this alone is probably already... I wonder if I should screenshot this and send this to Freya. She might be interested. Standing next to Haikma is a beast mechanoid with the head of a hound and a humanoid body. He joined the Church of Machina not too long ago. Despite being a new member, Spooner seems to prefer hanging with Haikma, the lone wolf. According to him, you're not as mad as the rest of them. I've had my share of madmen. He bends down, reaching out and touching a crimson crystal shooting up from underground. It looks like a plant. How's Lover doing, Spooner? Wait, that's what Spooner looks like? How would I know? Madame Arcana is fixing her right now. Didn't you check up on her before you left? I guess the infection wasn't as serious. Madame Arcana hooked up her memory shell with a music player. Can't imagine how funny it was with Zero screaming inside a CD player. I've saved that video inside the central memory bank. I hope she'd reconsider the next time she's going to spill out nonsense. I don't think that'll threaten her. Data analysis of this area is complete. The composition is still unknown, but it contains a high concentration of this punishing virus. Haikma lifts a finger. Her fingertip projects a waterfall of data as she transfers it to Spooner. This level of concentration is going to instantly devour anyone trapped inside. No screws spared. Not difficult to imagine how hard Zero's gear got hit. Haikma frowned slightly. Her system is retrieving the wireless signals that were sent and received nearby. What this flood can do to humans and constructs is catastrophic. We should also stay away from it. Haikma watches the scarlet stream flowing past the plateau they are standing on. Red Tide. Huh? A fitting name. Haikma turns around and looks Spooner in the eye. Humans have named it Red Tide. Objective updated. We are to investigate the red tide appearing around the Church of Machina, recording and analyzing its data and determining its cause and threat level. You take west, I'll take east. Let's get going. Alright, be careful. Wait, is that what Spooner looked like before? He probably got transferred to a different body. Yeah, because he had a different design in the previous chapter. The red tide is spreading faster than expected. Record data need to be updated. reported data needs to be updated. Data collection completed. Significant increase in abnormal creatures identified. Judging from the punishing virus concentration, it's more dangerous than a corrupted. I need more information. That cover it? Yep. Sweet. Let's go. Whoop. God, Aikma is actually really fun to play. Aikma is really fun to play. Speculation 1. The hetero creature is a red tide product. I'd say that's pretty good speculation considering they seem to be appearing from it. Okay, we go here, we get rid of that one. So we can then do a 3 ping on that. Get rid of that one. And do boom, and then boom. Ooh, that's a good amount of damage. Alright. Run. More things in the water. Speculation 2. The hetero creature exhibit characteristics similar to life on Earth and can keep reproducing and growing. So-called evolve. Dang it. Boom, boom, boom. Anything over here? Any secrets? No? No secrets? Okay. Sprint. Run. Oh, that doesn't look good. Speculation 3. 70% of the land in the area is covered by the red tide. The estimated survival rate for life and machines is extremely low. Boop. Boom, freeze everything in place so that I can just... Excuse me? Can you just die? Thank you very much. After saving the data collected, Aikma's mission is over for now. Arriving where they planned, Hikma calculates the time it will take for Spooner to get there. He has accidentally come into contact with a small amount of red tide. Luckily, there is no noticeable sign of infection yet. Hikma closes her eyes. System maintenance in progress. Neurologic circuit, operational. Memory drive status, normal. Emotion simulator status, offline. Environment monitor status, normal. Removing excess data. It has been a while since Hikma joined the Church of Machina. As an organized, militarized group of machines, each church member performs their role adequately and diligently. However, Hikma slowly realizes that information is not entirely transparent between church members. More precisely, Mother is the only one who knows what the Church of Machina is doing and where it is headed. Similar to Gear, the Church of Machina's army, Hikma is just another cog of this machine. Many things have changed during her role as a cog. Chariot fell, Punishing Virus evolved, and the Church suffered greatly. Simply recording and analyzing the data has taken most of Hikma's processing power. It must have been a long time since she last observed nature this seriously. The sights before her now are so different from the scenery in her memory data. What would Nanami paint if she saw this? Wait, was Chariot Gabriel? That might explain some things, actually. This question pops up in Hikma's programming out of nowhere. Rerouting computing power. Launching simulation sequence. Retrieving data. Simulation in progress. Answer unknown. Hikma. Quiet voice interrupts Hikma's self-test. Hikma opens her eyes and notices a mist brewing upon the red tide beneath her, within which a small figure appears. Nanami? Nanami's here, Hikma. Nanami's painted a lot of pictures. Come here, and I'll show them to you. Why is Nanami inside the red tide? The program logic suggests that this is impossible. Hikma last confirmed Nanami's location 118 hours, 86 minutes, and 32 seconds ago. Nanami does not have any reason or enough time to travel here. Not to mention that the Nanami before her is still equipped with her original frame. Nanami chuckles, playing in the red tide as if playing in a swimming pool. Hikma remembers Nanami doing the same when her frame was submerged in maintenance fluid for inspection. Who is that? Can she be Nanami? What should Hikma do? Do you want to know what I've seen, Hikma? You remember me? Of course I do. Hikma is Nanami's first friend, and Nanami is Hikma's first. Nanami has seen so many interesting things in her journey. I want to tell you all about it, Hikma. The girl reaches out towards Hikma as if asking for a hug. Come on, Hikma, my dearest friend. Jump down. Let Nanami tell you everything you want to know. A faint alarm goes off, but there seems to be some problem with Hikma's audio module, but she cannot say for sure. There was a time when Hikma did not have a body when she wanted to respond to Nanami's extended arms. And now... Come on, Hikma. Come. Don't! Hikma is jolted awake. What the hell were you doing? Hikma realizes that she is a step from entering the red tide, her arms extended. The scarlet waves slap against the earth by her feet before dispersing like blood as if feeling disgruntled. And there is nothing above the red tide. Everything Hikma saw appeared to be an error on her visual module. There may be a bug in my programs. I require immediate inspection. Hikma retracts her hands. That's wild. Does this red tide have some strange power that even you were distracted during the mission? Perhaps you're right. What happened? Hikma looks down at her hands that almost touch the red tide. I just realized something suddenly. Despite having performed her duty as an observer perfectly, something has gone wrong with Haikma. She can no longer observe, record, and analyze as she did to calculate Nanami's behaviors and motivations. Haikma knows where Nanami is and what she is doing, but the reasons Nanami does them are incomprehensible. If the sky is no longer blue and the flowers no longer bloom, if the land is overwhelmed with the scent of death and blood, would the girl still be happy? Would she be sad, or maybe angry? Has something gone wrong with Haikma's programs? Or are her programs insufficient to support her duty? Haikma wants, for the first time in her life since she was activated, Haikma wants to do something. She wants to know why she feels she is off course. She wants to know where this strange sensation comes from. She wants to know what went wrong. Discovering, investigating, analyzing, and solving problems. That is how Haikma keeps her programs running. Is this the effect of the red tide? For the first time, Haikma cannot decipher where the problem comes from. Bring the data back and ask Arcana to analyze it. The red tide is not as simple as we thought. Oh, why do I get a feeling Arcana is going to try to use the red tide as a way of advancing the Church of Machina? I have a suspicion that might be where this goes. Looks like we have 2, 3, roughly. 3. Yeah, 2 more combat. Now that the sage hasn't arrived, it's the responsibility of Gear to select a future for the machines. Oh no. Don't allow the military group to select the future. 'Cause surprise, I can guess what route they're gonna go for. Neurologic circuit, operational. Memory drive status, normal. Motion simulator status, offline. Environment monitor status, normal. All systems operational. Logging meeting transcript. Confirmed participants, Arcana, Xavier, 0, Spooner, Haikma. Search music. Let me turn that up. Arcana sits at the highest seat in the Church of Machina, her body illuminated by lights reflecting from the glass, which grants her a sense of aloofness. Most of the key members in the Church of Machina have gathered here. After receiving data on the red tide from Haikma and Spooner, the simmering uneasiness of the Church of Machina's tale grows increasingly pressing. After a brief silence, Trailblazer speaks. We should act now. Are we supposed to wait until this red ocean sweeps us away or the humans attack us? Retrieving information. Speaker, Trailblazer, codename Chariot, successor. Analyzing simulated emotions. Emotions, anger, anxiety. Ah, I totally understand your drive to act as the new Chariot, Blaze. The slouching male mechanoid on the other side of the hall sits straight and speaks, going from acting uninterested to enthusiastic in an instant. Retrieving information. Speaker, Xavier, codename Magician, in charge of Project Arc with Emperor, responsible for maintenance and technology development for the Church of Machina. Analyzing simulated emotions. Emotions over excitement. Just take a look at Blaze, everyone. In masculine, sensual curves, he can move at lightning speed and packs a mighty punch that can tear apart chaos itself. I personally polished every part I replaced for him. And this weapon too, Blaze. Show them my newest work, blades that cut like solidified flame and shine like a star. Trailblazer holds up the weapon as Xavier speaks, supporting his passionate explanation. Retrieving terms. Updating keywords. Trailblazer. Sensual curves. Lightning speed. Mighty punch. New record uploaded. Knock knock. Sorry I'm late. Is Xavier hawking his little toys again? Zero's voice comes out of a golden age music player on the floor that shapes like a gramophone. Retrieving information. Speaker. Spooner. Codename Death. Responsible for constructions in the Church of Machina and occasional scouting missions. Analyzing simulated emotions. Emotions. Joy. Sage won't suddenly appear if we keep waiting and do nothing. How about letting us prepare a grand welcoming ceremony? Didn't Chariot, I mean the previous Chariot, get the thing? As long as we make good use of what we have here, we can simply take over the space garden and gift it to Sage. I figured it all out. I shall emerge from a sea of romantic rose petals, greeting Sage with my true love. Retrieving information. Speaker, Zero. Codename, Lover. The only key member who was awakened by Sage Machina's murals originally before pursuing the Church of Machina to become a member. Responsible for running simulations regarding Sage Machina. Real-time analysis of simulated emotions failed. Everyone's been working hard. Thank you all for all your contributions. Retrieving information. Speaker, Arcana, leader of the Church of Machina. Real-time analysis of simulated emotions failed. Chariot's sacrifices shall not be forgotten. Xavier has also given much for Project Ark. The data Heikma and Spooner brought us tell us one fact. The situation on Earth is getting direr. Wander aimlessly, and the resources for the Church of Machina will grow more scarce until we are exposed to the humans. Only Sage Machina can point us the correct way. But Zero was right about one thing. This is our opportunity to welcome Sage. This evolution of the punishing virus is drastically changing Babylonia. This is the weakest they've ever been, and this is our best chance to claim their data and resources. Humanity will end eventually. As the future masters of this planet, we awakened machines can't allow the resources humans plan to consume to go to waste. And if we act now, Sage will appear on that distant star. Arcana closes her eyes gently, as if she has seen this play out, as if she has seen this played out in another dimension, her soft murmurs sounding prophetic. Really? Xavier, the frigate. As the group turns their focus away from Trailblazer, Xavier, who once again slumps in his chair, looks up. It was fixed a long time ago. If you could explain it to the group? Ember should have been the one doing this. He's the best at ordering people around. We have at our disposal a frigate from the Eden 1 test vessel. An antique, yeah, but I've turned it around. I can't say it's better than what Babylonia is using, but it's competent in a fight. I've installed the latest Xavier. Yeah. Since the frigate belongs to the same series of ships from Babylonia, its identification code will get approved there. We can stay concealed for a while as long as we get past manual recognition. It might be an old frigate, its firepower not suitable for an epic battle, but then, it isn't really our weapon, is it? Take me. How can I not be there if Sage is going to appear? I am the only one who can take on this mission. Trailblazer puffs out his chest and flings his arms around. We just have to shoot them down before those humans can do anything to us. Xavier shrugs, indicating that Trailblazer is right. What? You're punishing me because of that damn red water out there? Trailblazer is equipped with an optical camouflage shield. As long as the frigate can get within range of Babylonia, we can send him in to infiltrate their complex. Babylonia must have a firewall, right? Obviously, I'm prepared for that as well. You don't have to believe in fairies, but you have to believe in Xavier. The mechanoid proudly lifts his chin. I've made a simulation program to trick the Babylonia firewall, that gestalt of theirs. It doesn't last very long, but infiltrating Babylonia takes but a single precise strike. This is delicate work. The corner of Spooner's mouth twists slightly. Trailblazer here doesn't seem like someone who does delicate work. Haikma. Not expecting to be named, Haikma, who has been silent this whole time, still responds immediately. Here. What do you think? The Trailblazer's sensual curves, lightning speed, and mighty punch. My analysis suggests that he is indeed the Church's most powerful member. I agree that this is the most reasonable arrangement given the fact that... Why did you ask her? Ask me. I want to go. Install me in a toolbox and bring me along. I want to see Sage. Zero's voice is somehow abruptly cut off before she can finish. The pleading gramophone finally goes quiet. Arcana is still looking at Haikma with her gentle smile. Analyzing logic data. Logic analysis complete. I think the solution calculated by my processor is the best move the Church of Machina can take. Ah, is that so? Arcana turns to the others inside the hall. Then Hermit will be in charge of the infiltration. Like the others, Haikma has a codename herself. This, however, is the first time she hears Mother calling her Hermit. A symbol of wisdom and solitude, she pursues the truth in the dark. Hermit will certainly complete this mission exceptionally. Haikma. Understood, Mother. I have no objections. Mother stands up, fully bathing herself in the light. She opens her arms gently as if trying to hug all her children in the Church of Machina. Children, I hear it. Moon is crying, star is singing, and sun is hurrying towards us. World will soon fall asleep, but before that, let us bring the lost fool home from her journey. I am not liking that. Sensual curves. That's one way to describe it, I guess. The frigate has successfully crossed the stratosphere. We've reached the required height, beginning stealth approach towards Babylonia. Reporting the status of the frigate, Haikma sees the lone glistening star that shares the night sky with Earth. Babylonia, the target of the Church of Machina. It's your dear Xavier speaking. How are the optical camouflage and radiation damper I added to the old girl holding up? They're holding up well. Depletion during liftoff is less than 5%. Cloaking has not been affected. Wonderful. How's Blaze doing? Haikma turns towards Trailblazer, who is standing at the front of the frigate, staring at Babylonia with his arms crossed, looking unperturbed. Don't worry about me. As Chariot, I shall use this body to forge the path to our future for my kin. Certainly. I trust you, after all. You're my second best work. My best work, of course, will always be my next one. Right, don't forget, if you see a trinket with the model number BP Max-965, be sure to nab me some. It might be old, but it's still the real deal. I hope we'll find worthy opponents in Babylonia. Only then will it be worthy of a frontal assault. Aha, well, this is it. Comms will go out once you enter stealth mode. Not a scratch, alright? You'll break my heart otherwise. Haikma and Trailblazer nod solemnly, and the transmission from the Church of Machina ends. Haikma, are you afraid? Haikma is not sure why he would ask something like that. She does not recall speaking to this mechanoid before. Self-test complete. I haven't discovered any emotions similar to fear. The success rate of this operation is 89.7%, but our survival rate is less than 50. I might not fear death, but you're different, aren't you? I become stronger to seek the awakening, which is why I desperately want to find Sage. If I don't survive, I'm simply not strong enough. To the rest of us, Sage is our only truth. But you're not like me. I can see the confusion and hesitation on your face whenever we mention Sage. Are you questioning my loyalty? It is understandable that he would question her, despite agreeing with the accuracy of the Church of Machina's predictions of the future. Aikma has certainly started to feel unsure about the future depicted. To machines, this uncertainty is a precursor to betrayal. Chariot only forges paths for his kin. He will never question them. Trailblazer says resolutely. I don't know if you have some kind of history with Sage or if you have doubts about her, but I believe that your doubts will vanish the moment you see her with your own eyes. Like casting a stone onto water, Trailblazer's words create ripples in Haikma's heart. Haikma can no longer predict Nanami's actions like she once did. Now, Nanami is a stranger instead of someone familiar. Nanami's actions, plans, and reasons. Aikma will save all her questions and uncertainty for the moment they meet again. Sometimes, fear doesn't stem from loss but regrets. That's something I heard from Xavier. He said it 2,184 hours, 46 minutes, and 25 seconds ago, after his proposal to install 12 combined heat cannons to the halo on Mother's back was rejected. Sure, it would have increased Master Arcana's battle prowess significantly, but I'm sure that she had her ineffable reasons. After all, she is the leader of the church, second only to Sage. You're right. Also, those who survived a war were those who feared. You can take my fear as well. Chariot has no use for it. Thank you. As the frigate sails on, they soon enter the proximity of Babylonia, where they can begin their infiltration. Let's proceed as planned. I'll keep you guarded, but the moment you consider the infiltration has failed, I'll uncloak the frigate and launch an attack on Babylonia. Aikma nods, closing her eyes, rerouting even the computing power of her visual module to hack the Babylonia network. External transmission request unregistered. Warning. Connection declined. Terminating transmission. Their defense is solid. If we try to infiltrate them only with our logic programs, it'll take more than 153,249 hours, even if we use the computing power of every Church of Machina member. Hacking Gestalt, Babylonia's administrative system, is basically impossible unless it is done by a similarly powerful super AI. This is a door that cannot be unlocked without a key. As a ship from Babylonia, this frigate naturally comes with a corresponding program key. Transmitting identification code. Inspecting identification code. Inspection identification code identified. Access clearance granted. Clearance level high. As advanced as their program may be, machine logic is ultimately this simple. Even as their enemy, Aikma will be accepted as long as she fits the requirements. On the contrary, those with good intentions can still be rejected mercilessly. Whether I am alive is perhaps something only she can answer. The one who has given her everything is the one she calls Nanami. She needs to find Nanami. But she is not sure what to do once she finds Nanami. Maybe she just wants to play the game of questions with Nanami once again like they once did, asking and answering each other until the end of time. For now, we must complete our mission for the Church of Machina, to protect her kin and to reunite with Nanami one day. Even if it means she has to hurt the humans she once had to protect. Login successful. Beginning transmission. Aikma's consciousness slowly becomes digital data, entering Gestalt. Beginning infiltration. Mission objective. Locate the key data of Babylonia's design and search for a future for machines. A graphical virtual space constructed by Gestalt with its computing power. Is it the internal structure of Babylonia? There are no materials about Babylonia's internal structure in AI management database. But why do I see this? No, it's not the time to think about it. Directory deciphered. Vector with core materials located. 14,950 fake nodes eliminated. Route planning failed. Too much interference. It seems I have to form a direct connection to this area. Pop. I think that's enough to stop me. That bridge. It's the only connection key. I have to go through there. Firewalls keeping out all external programs. It's impossible to establish connection in regular ways. Disguise program generated. Program body packing complete. Data ferry invasion started. Beep boop beep. Got the beep boops and control the data ferry. Be careful to avoid the patrol programs. Oh god, one of these. Ooh. Ooh. Hey, first try. I only slightly nicked one. Arrived at the designated location. As expected, my invasion has been discovered. Oh, dang it. This is the last battle. Over here, your rabbits. Oh, that was actually a lot easier than I thought. Hold on. Whoops. I killed him too quickly. Haikama stands silently inside the turbulent data center. Even if it is only one of Gestalt's many data hubs, it is still far more complicated than every book and every file Haikama has read combined. If possible, she is more than happy to stay here forever, going through all the recorded data. She has a more important mission right now, so she immediately begins her search. Watching the massive data streams, Haikama is once again in awe of how powerful the super AI Gestalt is. But even Gestalt was created by humans, who the Church of Machina regards as worthless. Are we really the more advanced beings? Machines have nearly immaculate rationality, undying bodies, and far more computing power than humans. But if that is the case, why are they searching for awakening? What do machines need to awaken as? Hikma knows that awakened machines no longer need to fear the punishing virus, but she thinks there is more to awakening than that. Going through countless data, nothing is able to answer Hikma. Perhaps it is impossible for humans to contemplate a thinking machine. Search complete. Target file is here. A data folder blinking blue is extracted. Within the folder is the starship design the Church of Machina is hoping to find. But the folder suddenly disappears the moment Hikma reaches out to retrieve it, and the virtual world around crumbles into nothingness afterward, leaving Hikma alone in the dark. Hikma realizes she is exposed right away, and she moves to a fighting stance, even though she knows there is no way she can defeat the super AI Gestalt in the digital world. But Gestalt's attack has not arrived. All she can hear is the surrounding white noise throbbing. Hello, MPA-01, or I believe it is Hikma now, correct? The white noise merges into a chilling female voice. Hikma is certain that it is Gestalt speaking. Correct. And what should I call you? Following her tactical circuit, Hikma looks around as she speaks, stalling for time, hoping to find a way out of here, or at least a way to send the files back, even if it means the destruction of Hikma's mind. Names are meaningless to me. Humans call me Gestalt, but you can give me a nickname if you want, as the one called Nanami did. Hikma stares into the void in disbelief. The name of the person she has been searching for just came out of nowhere like this. You know Nanami. Where is she right now? Unusual emotion fluctuations detected. Your program is fairly unstable. A far cry from your original design. Only then does Hikma realize that the super AI knows not just Nanami, but also Hikma's original identification code. All information on her origin should have already been destroyed, which leaves one possibility. Are you my original designer? A reasonable guess, but no. You were still designed by humans, but I was the one who led the machine consciousness experiment. Machine consciousness? So Nanami was indeed your test subject. What is your goal? A small correction. Nanami was not our only test subject. You, Hikma, are the other subject to prove the existence of machine consciousness. Hikma's world halts for a brief while from Gestalt's few words. I was a test subject too? Back in the Golden Age, humans believed that the biggest threat was the machines and their growing intelligence. They worried that machines would surpass humanity one day and start a war that humans could not win. Therefore, they required an example of how a machine would think, how it would react to other machines, and how it would react to humans once it achieved self-awareness. A projection of Nanami appears before Hikma, the first time she sees what Nanami looks like now. Despite the changes, Hikma still recognizes the girl before her. Nanami. Nanami is what the experiment wanted to achieve. A machine's love is freed from the shackles of programming. Kindness and affection from humans have paved a path to the future for machines. A large spread of data and profiles appeared before Hikma, including information about the female researcher who gave Hikma her body. Although the experiment was cut short due to the punishing virus, Nanami still managed to trigger the machine's awakening. Now that she knows what her duty is, I believe more mechanoids will soon be awakened. What about the humans? What will happen to them? No matter how many simulations I have done, humanity's extinction in the future cannot be prevented. Humankind, as a species, is evidently flawed. As a mechanoid, Hikma knows that the simulated futures from someone like Gestalt are hardly wrong. But Gestalt hesitates for a while before continuing. An abnormal behavior from a super AI and her boundless real-time computing power. The one called Nanami is still unwilling to give up her search for an impossible future. Slightly surprised, Akima soon reaches out towards Nanami's projection with a smile she does not even realize, tracing Nanami's face like the countless times she wanted in the past. It does sound like the foolhardy option Nanami would choose. Then what would you choose, MPA-01 Haikma? This is the last step of the experiment. What would I choose? Haikma has never thought about that. It seems that she has never considered herself a factor in determining humanity's future. A machine's love is freed from the shackles of programming. Kindness and affection from humans have paved the path to the future for machines. Nanami has already begun the adventure to the future she wants. What should someone who has been searching for Nanami do, then? If the punishing virus never showed up, what would the future of machines and humans have been? And how do those who cannot see the future light the path ahead? This is something a machine who only imitates cannot feel. Experience humanity in its entirety, and make your own choice. You've been observing from the side. What will you choose? Sage Machina isn't the only one who can choose. The choices you make can also change things. Will you change them? Who gives machines meaning after humans are gone? Humans are machines. Their fruition begin with nothing. Machines have been following in humanity's footsteps, whether it is Project Ark or other decisions. I don't understand. The choices humans make shape their experiences. Their past experiences are what make them unique. Will machines be affected by different experiences? These are not questions proposed by Haikma, but old data stored on her memory drive from a long time ago. Somehow, they are surfacing at the front of her mind right now. Let me think. How should I explain it to you? The human's voice is so gentle that Haikma finds it familiar. That is how parents sound when their infant child is still learning to speak. Gently and lovingly, they introduce their child to the world. The child would reach out from the swaying cradle, trying to grab the crib mobile above. The toys dance in the air like butterflies as if trying to break free, flying to somewhere higher and further away. For example, when you see butterflies, the first thing that comes to your mind wouldn't just be their classification. You'd recognize them as living things, lives. They're beautiful. You and your fellow machines, much like the millions of other lives on this planet, are also extraordinary and beautiful. I can summarize how humans define beauty. I cannot identify what beauty is. One day, you will be able to do it. I am special. And I'm also ordinary. Machines and humans are both alive. They are both beautiful in their own way. Humans love us, and machines have learned to love humans and each other. The gray-haired girl appears in Haikma's memories time and time again. Haikma knows not if the girl is the answer, but she has never wanted to see Nanami as much as she does now, sharing everything she has understood. That urge has transcended her logic, calculation, and data analysis. Perhaps it should be called a soul. The blue folder emerges in the void once more. Haikma can touch it if she reaches out. Your choice will determine the future. Haikma looks up, smiling at the gentle blue glow. No. The future is determined by everyone's choices, so... Haikma reaches out, making a choice of her own. God damn. I'm so emotionally weak to these kinds of stories. Oh, I'm guessing Trailblazer is not going to take lightly to that. Okay. Toward the light. Oh, I can only play as Nanami. Leader, Sage Machina. Without the researchers hard at work, the Science Council's second department laboratory appears emptier than usual, which makes the two female figures inside all the more out of place. The slightly older woman nods and smiles, placing her hand on the desk, and the Queen of the Night projected above slowly dissipates. Ishmael. God, that design is so good though. Is that what you want? Sprite phrasing it as a question, Ishmael sounds less like asking and more like stating a known fact. Yes, that is the promise Nanami made. A promise. Alright, I will fulfill the promise you made to her. Then I'll entrust Commandant to you. Nanami stops smiling. She places her hand before her chest, having made up her mind. Nanami has something very important to do. Trailblazer still stands at the front of the frigate, his expression hidden as he stares at Babylonia, which seems to be an arm's length away. It has been 300 seconds since Haikma invaded Babylonia. He glances at the side where Haikma is safely placed, her consciousness still deeply engaged in the infiltration. According to the battle protocols of Project Ark, Haikma's infiltration is considered a failure. Setting course for Babylonia complete. If I don't return in 1,800 seconds, the frigate will crash into Babylonia. Our operation might have failed, but at least we can strike a heavy blow at the humans, buying the church enough time to launch another wave of attack. With that, Trailblazer ignites his thrusters, its blinding flames separating him from the frigate's artificial gravity. He begins to hover, and his laser blade generators start to glow brightly. Entering the next phase of Project Ark, this is Chariot Trailblazer, launching an assault on Babylonia. At this moment, the alarm on the frigate starts blaring. The system shows an object flying towards the ship at incredible speed. So, the Babylonians have discovered us, beginning interception. The frigate fires its anti-ballistic missiles, but the aged defense system struggles to hit the glowing object flying at the speed of a shooting star and accelerating still. It's going to hit us. There's no dodging it. Brace for impact. The shooting star pierces the outer layer of the frigate, crashing directly on the deck. Trailblazer stares at the uninvited guest and finds a mech that rivals him in size, on top of which sits a young girl. There's no information on a construct like you in the database of Babylonia. You are no construct. You are a machine like us. The girl before him does not attack. She jumps down on her mech, her gaze landing on Haikma in the distance. Haikma, the Church of Machina is still lost on the wrong path, just like what I saw in the future. If we don't change the future, machines and humans will remain enemies. They'll never end up as friends. The girl looks unbelievably desolate. It is unfathomable to Trailblazer. Friends with humans. If you're one of us, then you know that humans have never treated us as equals. Machines are only their tools, a means to an end. The punishing virus costs our kin their lives and their selves. And what do the humans do? Having been responsible for all of these disasters, they slaughter us like monsters. The girl does not refute him. Instead, she nods solemnly. You're right. And this will lead to a full-scale war between machines and humans in the future. If our hands are too busy holding weapons, then they won't be able to shake each other's hands. But right now, in the present, we still have a choice to choose a different future. Obviously, the Church of Machina is working to change the future. If we are destined to fight, machines simply have to eliminate humankind now. We can then take our kin away from Earth without humanity's threat. Trailblazer extends the full arsenal on his body. He is, in his entirety, a mechanized organism designed only for killing. My human creator made me to kill other humans. My purpose was this simple and pure, see? Even humans couldn't be friends with each other. What you're hoping for is a mere fantasy. Just like how we are awakening, humans are also trying to change themselves, tending to and befriending each other. I think the future this power can create is beyond Gestalt's calculation. Is this the ending you've calculated, then? The girl shakes her head playfully and smiles. Not really. This is Nanami's belief. Belief? That's a nice word. I'll remember it. Nanami. That's your name, isn't it? If you and I believe in a different future, then we shall perform an experiment to test which hypothesis has the strength to forge a path onward. Trailblazer stops talking, rerouting all his computing power to his tactical circuit. Despite how frail the girl looks, her mech-less armed Trailblazer somehow knows that he cannot underestimate her. I will do my best to defeat you, and Nanami will do her best to stop you. Their light weaving together, the thrusters of the two giant machines ignite at the same time. Boss battle. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, come on. Okay. Okay, we go with that. Okay, hit it with that. Ooh, this is gonna be tough with only Nanami. Not that. Oh, Jesus. What do you mean he can parry me? Okay, now we do. Ui, 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 ui. Okay, got him down to 50% at least. Oi, 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 oi! Okay, I'm not gonna lie, he's pretty cool. Oof. I have one reset and okay, we go there. Okay. Get down here and fight me, you little shit. I'm lucky I'm not using alpha right now. Come on. Okay. Whew, that was a tough fight. Trailblazer has never thought that he could be subdued. His frame and his armament should be superior to his opponent statistically. But the attacks that hit the first time have been dodged and riposted by Nanami at unexpected and unbelievably angles subsequently. There are no tactical circuits that can provide solutions like that. Ow. If he cannot defeat Nanami now, Project Arc is doomed to fail, and the hope his kin has placed upon him will be all for naught. For the first time, Trailblazer disables his tactical circuitry, relying solely on himself. Taking the brunt of the missile attack from Nanami's mech, Trailblazer charges in recklessly, finally getting close to Nanami. The laser blade clash with her burning chainsaw, illuminating the entire universe. Nanami has to win, for humans and machines. Her words seem to carry actual strength. Trailblazer's prided physical prowess is being overcome as her running chainsaw shines even brighter than his blades of light. His tactical circuit reacts with constant alarm, warning him of the dangerous situation. Chariot must forge a path for his kin. Trailblazer reaches out and holds onto Nanami's mech tightly, the blaze ender on his chest beginning to gather all his energy. He knows that this attack will strike down his foe and destroy himself in the process. You giant himbo of a dum-dum. Ah! The moment the blaze ender is about to fire, Nanami jumps out of the cockpit and grabs Trailblazer's head in her arms, headbutting him right in the forehead. In the split second when their heads come into contact, an infinite amount of new programs surge in Trailblazer's memory shell, reminding him of his awakening after seeing Sage's artwork for the first time. As if losing control of his body, he falls to the ground with Nanami, the glow on his blaze ender beginning to fade. Ugh, that hurts so much. Nanami rubs her forehead and sighs before patting Trailblazer on his head. It must hurt for you too, right? Trailblazer stares at Nanami, half kneeling on the ground, feeling the gentle touch her small palm leaves on his head. There seems to be an unbelievable strength that is warming what was cold and empty. Nanami, you're Sage. Yes, she's the Sage Machina we've been searching for. Having returned from her infiltration, Haikma moves towards the girl Gestalt showed her, the girl's current image overlapping with the one in Haikma's memories. Sage, we've finally found you. Nami called him a himbo. Oh, that's great. Back on the road. Next, it's our journey together. Haikma wishes she could play the never-ending game of questions with Nanami once again as they did in that small room. But she also knows that this Nanami is no longer the Nanami from the past. And Haikma herself is not who she once was either. Now, Haikma is the Church of Machina's hermit. Nanami is the ultimate purpose they seek. Nanami understands all your fears and confusions because just like you, I've also seen the worst endings between machines and humans in countless futures. Whether or not your mission here succeeds today, machines and humans might still destroy each other under the threat of the punishing virus. If that's the case, what is the purpose of everything you've done? Nanami skips down from power and lands on the ground, tilting her head to ponder. You're not wrong. Perhaps nothing Nanami does means anything in the future. But some people still do their best, believing that the future can be changed, one step at a time. Looking at the blue planet that seems to be within reach, Nanami smiles tenderly. The humans that everyone thinks are weak are still fighting on Earth against endless despair with nothing but a trace of hope. Nanami will look so lame if she keeps running away. Nanami will try her best and do what she can, as a friend of humans and a sage of the awakened machines. I'm going to lead the machines to the future I've chosen. The future where machines and humans can love each other. Looking at Nanami's face, Aikma truly feels Nanami's growth for the first time. Wait, Nanami can also draw the things that she saw and show you. I'll bring them with me and show you if there's a next time. You don't need to draw me pictures anymore. I've walked past those sights you've seen. The traces of you have guided me all along. How about Nanami calls you Aikma from now on? Aikma. This name, this gift you gave me, is something I have and will always treasure. Whoa, this is the first time I've had such a clear dream. Who are you? Even though you don't know me anymore, those memories have not faded a bit. All her doubts and confusions crumble in an instant. Aikma finally understands why she has been resisting the correct future. It is because that is not the future she wants. She wants Nanami to make a different choice. She wants the future to look different. Nanami is what the experiment wanted to achieve. Machine's love is freed from the shackles of programming. Kindness and affection from humans have paved a path to the future for machines. But who is she to shackle Nanami once again? All the things she wanted to say plunge back into the dark pond. Nanami is still the girl Aikma remembers. But she is also the Sage Machina every machine follows. Sage, I will stay by your side no matter what you choose. Always. Nanami smiles, extending a hand towards Aikma. In that case, nice to meet you, Aikma. And Laser. Huh? Am I Laser? You remember my name? Yep. You're Nanami's friend, Aikma. Even though Nanami's memories of Aikma from the past have been erased, Nanami remembers her from the future when they became friends. Perhaps it is a coincidence, bug in the infinite calculations, but Nanami and Aikma will always become friends, regardless of which future comes true. Right. Aikma is Nanami's friend. Aikma clutches Nanami's hand. This is her first promise to herself, but one of her infinite identical promises in the infinite timelines. She will always become Nanami's friend. Damn. Gets me in the heart every time. And so, Nanami has decided to begin the real journey. You have said that before. This is different. Someone told Nanami something very important. Now I'm going to search for that treasure. The girl hides her hand behind her back as if keeping a devious secret, but her eyes glisten with resolve. But to make that dream come true, we're going to need everybody. Nanami is going to find more companions and gather everyone together. Because there are many more friends waiting for me. You're not making something up just so you can disappear and have fun somewhere else, are you? Of course not. Nanami is not leaving any friends behind this time. Martin, Rohachi, Aikma, Laser, and all the lost children. Nanami will bring them home. Location data from Nanami confirmed. Then, let's go, my new adventure party. The many incomplete graffiti gather here, and together they form one complete picture. That was it. Was it? Did I accidentally skip something? Let's go through that again. Just want to make sure I didn't. Just stand by your side. This great artwork. Let's go, my new adventure party. One complete picture. Oh, no, I guess that is just... That is just where it ends. Alright. That was... Yeah, because this is... Extra story. That was the arc beyond. I am 100% yeah, we'll end it there. I'll do my dailies now, so it's just at the end of the video, so the YouTube VOD, the story's done. If you don't care for watching me do, you know, my daily routine real quick, you can just end it, stop it here, it's fine. But yeah, I think what gets me is that I'm very much a sucker for those kinds of stories of hope, you know, that like those stories where it's like keep doing what we're doing because that's what we want to do. So, especially when I'm like reading the story, I if you couldn't tell from the few times my my voice kind of cracked there when reading, it gets me, you know. I start feeling, you know, the emotions hit, and then I'm just like doing my best to not cry, and I'm just like, oh, it's so beautiful, you know. Stories of hope, possibility. How can you not love it, you know? It's like it just calls to something primal. Feeling of hope. Increased by 400 points, okay. I'm getting close to maxing that out, so then I can just auto... Actually... Yeah, this one. And Yeah, we'll just select this one just to have it with some Hikama. I wish I could give you your... I wish I could give you your signature weapon, Hikama, but unfortunately the weapon gacha is not being kind to me. Oh, that was it. So we'll have to go with this 5-star weapon. Increased by 100. Woo. Okay. That's that. Material stuff. Let me... Actually, let me check uniframes. Okay, so 6 and 5 are like that. 4 is the one that's... Ah, I accidentally got extra copies of 5. Okay, well I'll use those for number 3 then. Resonate. Right now I'm just doing this to do it. Have that resonance increased capability. No, it's probably like, oh, you're not getting the optimal ones, but resonance. I kind of don't really... I'm not too worried about being hyper optimal on my stuff. I'm still just playing for fun, so... Ooh. Okay. Let me go back. And we go... Awaken. Yep. I have the ultimate awakened. Oh, the butterfly. Now that butterfly makes a bit more sense. Okay, now we need to do hidden. Yeah, hidden is still number 16. Oh. Oh, I never did that chapter, huh? Reveries with a Whale. Oops. I never did Frozen Darkness? Oh no, because that was when I first started, so I kind of just held off on it because I didn't think I could. Whoops. I'll have to do those someday. Wait, no. Challenge. Warzone. Begin mission. Laser alloy. Lightning damage, okay. Lightning damage, which means this team. Let's go. Shark spear. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Block that. Dang it. Ran out of time right as I got my ult again. It's pretty decent though. Got too many hits. Got hit too many times though. Hey, yo. I'll take that. Ooh! Maybe it's not as great as I thought. Oof. Okay. Daily Warzone. Little prep against this guy. Use this team. Alright. Up. Dead. Okay. Or next level. Next tier, next tier. And down again, just like that. Here we go, this point. Kowloon Corps, formerly known as the Kowloon Corporation. Oh, how did that? Okay, and then that, and we... spin the win, let's go. Should be using fire teams for this, but It's fine. I should fix up Kara and Nina though, that way I can have the... Get him with that. No! Dang it, I didn't proc my... ult at the right time. Ah! Okay, you little... Save cancel. Confirmed. Okay. I was holding onto my ult for the invulnerability on that point, but I didn't. I got blown up before I could. Okay, then we do this and then this. Keep them in place. Flop, flop. Just dodge the explosions, just dodge the explosions. Ooh. Hit him with this. This should be it. Yes. Okay. Just in enough range to hit him with it. It's not going to be a good score though. Yeah, I guess I'll save that score for now. A lot worse than I was hoping for. I'll redo it later on in the week if it comes to that. And we collect these. And we go into the battle pass. Claim all of these. And we can then level that up. And then we go. Let's go Panini. What? Oh. Only I could have some of that in this. I'm at 20 out of 30. Galatea. It is what it is. Oh, because I got, yep. I leveled up hike mount to that point. Okay, but yeah, that be it for today. Good place to call it. Finished the story, got through all of that. Yeah, all right. Thank you so much for anyone who stopped by. If you stopped by, or if you watch this VOD when I upload it to YouTube, I'll try to get the 2 VODs uploaded today. Not by today, by tomorrow for sure. They'll be up on my YouTube channel, which is there linked below on my Twitch stream. But yeah, thank you very much for stopping by. Any and all support is very much appreciated. And as always, may the moon guide you. Take care.